Well, hello everybody. We are on the road again, I-95 north on our way to, well, eventually Kentucky. And today I'm traveling with my mother. Hi!
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah.
It is morning in Miami. I have come to pick up my mom so we can embark on this epic adventure. We are actually traveling north to visit relatives in Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm going to take you all along for the ride. It is a Tuesday morning, so the traffic coming out of Miami is not too bad actually. On this first leg of the trip, we're going to drive to Chattanooga, Tennessee, overnighting somewhere in southern Georgia. That's the plan. It gets a little complicated around Fort Lauderdale, but nothing too bad. We pass Lake Worth and West Palm Beach. We stop at the Fort Pierce Flying J to put gas and change the GoPro battery. Yep, I have the camera on the roof going all the time, even if most of the footage ends up on the cutting room floor. Our mileage, there's an app for that, and I use one called Fuelio. The drive north on I-95 seems endless. I don't get tired of saying it, Florida is such a long peninsula, and we happen to live at the very bottom of it. Okay, lunch break. Cooking in the RV. We are actually reheating some picadillo my mom made for the trip. Picadillo, Cuban-style ground beef. Time to put gas again. Our range is limited when towing. And here's our mileage. I usually go around the RV and make sure everything looks okay and check my social media, of course. Approaching Jacksonville, we take I-295, which circumvents the city, bypassing downtown. Now crossing the St. Johns River. We take I-10 west and eventually we merge onto I-75, leaving Florida behind. Entering Georgia, and there's the sign. Well, as you can see, Georgia is once again on our minds. Almost sunset too. You know what's on my mind? Coolant leak, and a pretty heavy one at that, so let me try and limp to the next town, which happens to be Valdosta, and let's deal with this. Well, here we are at the Cracker Barrel in Valdosta, Georgia. It's not leaking antifreeze anymore, so we'll check later. Hopefully it was nothing. It's dry now. Well, check that out. The moon is coming out. And here we are at the Cracker Barrel parking lot. It looks like the leak might be coming from the radiator cap, but it's still pretty hot, so I'm gonna wait till tomorrow morning. Anyways, we're not going anywhere. Our accommodations for the night. Good morning from the Cracker Barrel. I added some antifreeze to the car this morning, and as you can see we have two other camper vans here. Well, we went to Walmart and now we are here at, let me show you, Advanced Auto Parts. Bought a radiator cap. Hopefully that'll solve our problems. Well, we ended up at Cracker Barrel after all. Well, let's partake. There's Horse Creek Winery, where I intended to stay last night, but there was no way we were going to make it here before 6 p.m., which is when they close. It is part of the Harvest Hosts program, by the way. Let's stop here at the Magnolia Plantation for some of our favorite hot sauce made with Vidalia onions and peaches, the only item in the whole store we could find that was actually made with natural ingredients, at least according to the label. We also put gas, and my mom is fascinated with the drone. Our next stop is going to be Ellis Brothers. You know, you gotta get some pecans if you are in southern Georgia, right? As we arrive, we are greeted by all these pecan trees, which are quite much larger than I expected. Well, let's go inside. My mom immediately gravitates towards the sweet stuff while I prefer the salty, and then she discovers the sugar-free section. It is such a beautiful day. Let's continue on these rolling hills here by Macon towards Atlanta. I had never driven through here in spring, and the further north we get, the brighter and greener the trees are. Brand new leaves, I guess. Being from South Florida, we don't really get to experience spring, and this is so pretty. The flag is flying half-staff because this was the week that former First Lady Barbara Bush passed away. There it is, Atlanta, Georgia's capital. See the Capitol building over there with its golden cupola? Yes, going through the Atlanta metropolitan area can take a long time, but we're almost done. There's Lake Alatuna, and the colors of the trees are becoming surreal, so many shades of bright green. There's always a bump on the road when you cross state lines. Wait for it.
Welcome to Tennessee.
Thank you. In front of us, Lookout Mountain, dominating the landscape. Can't barely see it, but that's Chattanooga behind the concrete barrier. And this is the Tennessee River to the right. You would think someone would repaint or replace that fading sign, directing us to our campground. Anyways, this is where we're staying, Raccoon Mountain Campground, $43.26 per night for full hookups. And we are going to stay 2 nights here. Let's get checked in. Actually, it is too late to do that. We're just gonna go to our campsite, and tomorrow we can check in the morning. And here we are, finally. I'm so tired. Anyways, nice pull-through site. We've arrived here at, what's it called? Raccoon Mountain. or Raccoon Cave. We have full hookups, and it's a very nice campground. I even believe it has a pool. It doesn't look like the pool is open this time of the year. Oh well, let's go explore. I know this was kind of short, but I'm going to save Chattanooga for the next video, in which we will visit Point Park, Ruby Falls, the Incline Railway, the famous Chattanooga Choo Choo, and finally the Walnut Street Bridge and Coolidge Park. So make sure you are subscribed because you don't want to miss that. If you have enjoyed traveling with us, make sure you are subscribed and check out my other videos. Also, share it with your friends, spread the word, and leave me a comment. Now, if you really liked it, you have a chance to show your support at patreon.com/travelingrobert. As always, thank you so much for watching and see you on the road.